Hey there, my name is Jason Hutkins. I do painting, restorations of cars, and the neat thing is all these cars are mine, all these projects are mine. So I'm gonna get started. This is gonna be my first YouTube video. I'm gonna be painting a 2010 Porsche Cayenne that I drug out of a Copart lot. The car was great. It was wrecked in the front, wrecked in the back. I bought another car to put it together for parts. And I also put a 3-inch lift on it. I added large wheels and tires. I think they're 33s. We've gone through here and got it ready for the booth. So I've already painted the front bumper covers. This is my booth at my house. So anyways, I'm getting ready to finish taping this thing up and I'm gonna get after it. So this is gonna be chalk gray, which is a Porsche color. Absolutely love this color. I think it's gonna look super clean. I've become real fond of these colors that are like non-metallic. They're really popular right now. I'm sure in 5 years from now, I'll probably be wishing that I would've went with the metallic. But anyways, yeah, so we're gonna get after this thing. Should have it in paint today. I just gotta tape this window off. I'm gonna seal it, and then I'll go through. I'm gonna try to get the sealer as flat as I possibly can because that's super important. Then I'll come back through with my base coat, whose paint I'm using is Auto Paint Headquarters. I'm telling you, I've painted a lot of cars so far, and I'm fairly new at this, so I have to be very transparent about that. I've only been painting for about a year, and I started painting because of my love for cars, and quite frankly, I could do all the mechanics work, I could do everything, and I just always was intrigued with painting. So I decided to go after it, and I painted a few cars actually out in the shop. And as you know as well as I do, that's not the best environment. You can get away with priming a car, and you can actually do it, and I had pretty good luck, but I can't stand buffing and doing a wet sand out and cut and buff. It's like the things I don't want to do. So I got serious about it. I bought a couple booths. I bought 3. I bought one, kept one for myself. I sold the other 2. Got me into painting relatively inexpensively that way. And I've been going after it ever since. I haven't been scared about anything. I've had a few times where I've made some boo-boos, but the nice thing is about these guys at Auto Paint Headquarters, they are very informative and they like to help out. So the way I understand it, they've been in business. I don't know how many years this business has been in business, but they came out of they owned, I think, a large PPG store, which, everybody knows that's good quality paint also. And so they've been very, very informative. I get a hold of David over there. If he's got any questions, he can answer, kind of walk me through it. Like I said, I'm a novice. I only do this for myself. I've been really excited about the results I've been getting. So it's gonna be a fun ride. I'm gonna start this channel. Been doing really well over on Facebook. And I thought, I want to take this thing to the next level. This is not my full-time gig at all. I actually own a large machine shop, and I have data centers and other things like that. And it's just my passion for cars is what led me to believe that I could do this. And so far, this is probably going to be my 15th car that I've painted. So each one of them gets a little bit better. One thing I've noticed is muscle memory. That is the most important thing with painting. I can tell you right now, I try to get into every project I possibly can as quick as I can. And the reason why, because I almost forget what I'm doing. I've gone through times where I've like skipped a step and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I didn't tack that down, or I didn't use a static gun on it, or I wiped it down and it's like, oh my gosh, did I forget to use some prep sol on it or whatever. So now I try to kind of storyboard everything that I'm doing in my mind. I go through and systematically kind of take an approach to it. I've had pretty good luck. I just finished up, I did a London taxi about a week or so ago. What's cool about this is, I do basically remove all the front and the back bumper covers. I painted those first. I also did the hood. The hood had some damage on it, so I pulled another one off of another Cayenne. The parts car Cayenne was a blue one. Obviously you can see from the fender. But this was all tore up, and I replaced every bit of this from here forward, the fender. Was able to get everything really straight. This is a really clean truck, so I'm pretty excited about it. But yeah, just systematically going through and taking that approach was what really helps me out, and I hope it helps you guys out. Like I said, I do not claim to be a professional whatsoever. There's things that I don't even really know what they're used for, and I have to ask. Different types of epoxy primers and polyesters and all those other things. I'm learning with you guys. But I want you to know the reason why I'm starting this is because I want you guys to understand you guys can do this. I was shocked to find out over the years how much it costs to actually get cars painted. And I'm not taking anything away from professional body shops. They have overhead, they have payroll. Absolutely. That is their trade, and they do an amazing job. Most of them do. But if you're getting into this restoring cars or rebuilding cars because you have this love and this passion for automobiles, and quite frankly, I would never spend over $100,000 on a little SUV like this. And so I found, ones that were either wrecked or repairables, and you can get into a vehicle for nothing for these things. I think this vehicle might have cost me $900 or something. And actually, it didn't cost me anything. A friend of mine, I think, paid $900 for it because he had another one that he needed some parts off of. He bought this one as parts, and I asked him what he was going to do with it, and he just gave it to me. So thank you, Elliot, so much for that. But you can get into these cars, you put a little bit of money into them, and you got something, especially if you can upgrade the paint. I'm going to paint this a chalk gray, which is that's a new color for Porsche. I don't know how long it's been around, but it's a newer color. I would almost guess that once I get this painted, I get all the trim blacked out, people won't have any idea that this is a 15-year-old truck. So anyways, if you have anything that you want to see, I've got probably 50 vehicles in my fleet of cars that I plan on redoing. I've got some really cool ones. I've got a Koenig wide body Mercedes. I've got an MGB GT that I'm working on. I've got some BMW 2002s, some older Mercedes. I've got an actual Nui class 1964 BMW 1800 that I'm going to be doing also. So this is the type of stuff that you're going to see from me. I love the supercar stuff, the hypercar stuff. It's just not my budget. Matt Armstrong and those guys do an amazing job with that type of content. I'm going to stick with the things that I can kind of afford, and things that obviously if I screw it up too bad, it's not going to be the end of the world. So anyways, just stick with me, hang out, like and subscribe. That's the only way I'm going to get monetized. That is kind of my goal with this whole thing, is to start this and share what I'm learning. And we're going to be going over a lot of products that Auto Paint HQ is going to be sending me to do some different reviews on. And the biggest advantage, I believe, by watching my channel is going to be you're going to literally see somebody that's learning right along with you. And let me spend the money, let me make the mistakes, let you learn from my mistakes. Nothing out of your pocket. Like and subscribe. Look forward to it. Let's get it kicked off. Thanks. Okay, so I got this all masked off, and I'm going to go through here. I'm going to start doing the wipe down and prep. So I'm going to start off, and I'm going to use Prep Solve and basically wipe it all down, get any type, if there's any contaminants, any type of like grease, that'll cut that down for sure. And then I'll go over it with, I use that spray away glass cleaner, and it seems to work really well. I always do two processes. I always use the Prep Sol to get all any oil type contaminants, petroleum based, or skin oils, things like that off. And then I'll finish it up with the spray away. The reason why I do that, that stuff, it kind of suds up and foams. It actually pulls some of the dust out, all the cracks. And then of course I'll wipe it down. I'll use microfibers to wipe it down. That seems to work pretty well. But I'll get this thing spun around here so you can see it. Okay guys, yeah, Auto Paint headquarters. It's autopainthq.com. Check them out. The prices are great. The quality of paint is amazing. I've been spraying this paint for the last year or so in multiple different places as far as different projects. Unbelievable layout, unbelievable finish. Flashes out great, flashes out like satin. It's just amazing. So really happy with these guys, super helpful. Reach out to them. Auto Paint headquarters, it's autopainthq.com. Get a hold of David in there. He'll help you out and get you what you need. The value, unbelievable. You can get a gallon with a gallon reducer, gives you 2 gallons sprayable. It's amazing. If I like this car right here, this Cayenne, I'll end up with probably a third of a gallon left over, which is awesome because I'll put it in the shelf, forget about it. If I ever have any accidents or anything, I've got paint that I know is going to match, that I can repair it. Their kits are around 300 bucks with the reducer. Give them a call, autopainthq.com. Pretty smooth. So, you know, it's always in the sealer and the base coat's what gets your finish. You know, that sealer what starts it off. Everything looks pretty clean. I did have a little speck of something I picked out, but yeah, we'll go over this thing. It's going to go pretty good, I think. That chalk covers really well, so I can't wait to get this thing in chalk and get the clear coat on it. I only did one coat of sealer. It covers pretty well, so I don't want to take a chance of getting a bunch of garbage in it. So it just saves a little bit of time. As long as it's covered, that's all that really matters. These are kind of nice. I actually make these. My son makes these things here. These are nice. They fold up and latch. I put that on the corner. I have a 7-year-old, and he come around the corner one day and hit his head on it. But these are kind of nice. You can put different product in there and so forth. Good for mixing. I think I'm going to use my DV1 for the base and for the clear. I really like this gun. It's a clear gun, but I use it for base. It lays it out really flat. So I might use that one. I might use my Iwata. LS400, that's what I put the sealer down with. I think I'll probably use that. Let me get it cleaned up here.
first time spraying with this gun too. This is an Iwata lighter 4L. I've never used this gun before. I kind of like it. I was told it took the place of the LPH 400. I don't know how true that is. But I was going to buy an LPH. And I ended up buying this months ago. I totally forgot I bought it. And man, it's working good. I got the fluid full out. And I got the pattern of the fan turned in about 1.5 turns. I'm running at 20 PSI, which is normally pretty low for me. But I notice I'm getting flatter finishes by doing that. Because I got a little bit of something there. I'll wait for that to dry and I'll put that and sand it. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. The coverage on that's pretty good too. This is on my second cup. And I was able to get the roof. Now I coated the roof heavy, because quite frankly, I did full coverage coat on it. I'm not going to get back up there and do that again. It's completely covered. There's no reason to. Some of you guys might comment that I need to put 2 coats on it, and please let me know why. I got full coverage, so I didn't think it would be that big of a deal. Now I will put 2 coats of clear on it. But man, getting up and down on those steps just really takes it out of you. Yeah, look at that. Man, that is great. So smooth. I gotta go around and pick out these little, whatever that is. It's gone, whatever it was. Very good, very cool. So anyways, I had that little piece of dirt in there. Just very lightly. Took this piece of 800. It's Kovacs. If you guys don't have these, get one, because it thing cuts like amazing, and it's a lifesaver when you get little specks or any type of junk or something in there. All right, I'm going to put my next coat on. Super flat. I'm never going for a show car finish because I'm not that good. Maybe one of these days. But if I can get like factory orange feel, make it look like it comes from the factory, I'm totally fine with that. Yeah, I've got a lot of guns, and I like to try them. And sometimes I get stuck on things, like I was using the Segola 4600 Extreme exclusively for my clear, and then I started spraying with my DB1, and I was really amazed at the finish it laid, which I'm probably going to use the DB1 to clear this. But man, this thing works pretty good too. And who knows? It's kind of funny that way. Sorry, my camera work's not real good. I've never painted by holding the camera. I've been trying to think of a good mount, a head mount or something. Let me know, leave me a comment if there's something you would suggest. Come back and get this tailgate and we'll be done with the base. Watching videos all the time, I could never figure out how far guys were away from the panels. I tend to go in a little bit closer and move a little faster. It's just kind of my speed. Not saying it's the right way to do it by any means. It just seems to lay a flatter finish for me. Okay.
Yeah, so it's November, middle of November, just before Thanksgiving. And there's the last known fly in the universe is in my booth, and I'm getting ready to do the clear. So I'm trying to hunt him right now. I thought I was done with the bugs already for the season. I think his name's Murphy, I'm not sure. See if I can find him. All right, so I got everything wiped down, everything prepped. Getting ready to put the DV1 to use. You know, I've been using a Segola 4600 Extreme Digital. And that was like my go-to gun. That thing does work extremely well. 1.3 tip. I think I was using the orange cap. I'm not really sure. But anyways, it's a clear cap. So I got so used to using that gun, I didn't want to try to use anything else. And I did the bumper covers for this, and they turned out absolutely crazy flat. So they turned out really, really good. And so I decided to go ahead and put the DV1 back to work. I painted a couple cars before, and I used the DV1 for the clear, and it turned out really good. It is a little bit slower gun than the maybe like the Iwata WS400 and the Segola for sure. It's definitely slower, but man, it really atomizes this clear well, and it did a really, really good job. So obviously I want everything to match. So I painted the hood and the bumper covers off the car, and I use this one, so obviously I want to use the same gun, but it doesn't necessarily mean you have to. I mean, what would happen in a circumstance where the DV1 quit working or something, or you dropped it and bent the needle or whatever, you'd have to use something else. And most guys would say that, you know, the gun really doesn't have much to do with it, it's mainly the painter, and I probably agree with that. But anyways, hopefully as I get better doing this, it won't matter as much, because I've got a lot of guns I'd like to try. So I've got guns that I've never even sprayed with yet. So anyways, we got this all wiped down, tacked off, ran the static gun around it. One of the things I did was I glue it off too, because I always blow them off, and then what happens is you know, this plastic, it says paint this side, which I always do that, but for some reason sometimes it still flakes off. So what I did was the base that I had left in the gun, instead of wasting it, I actually painted over the little specks, and hopefully it locks it in, keeps it from flying off. But really, this thing should be pretty clean. I'm gonna turn it around. So yeah, so it's definitely, I mean, look at it, it's flashed off. If it doesn't look like this, then you're doing something wrong. And trust me, I've done it wrong many a time before. So I'm not an expert by any means, but I know that watching those guys, Paint Society and some of the other guys that have YouTube channels, their base always ended up like this. So what I found was I lowered my pressure a little bit, and I went in a little bit closer. You know, another thing for the guys that on YouTube that give advice to the DIY guys are always saying, you don't necessarily need to buy a good gun. Let me tell you something. You get what you pay for. And I know that there's guys out there that can paint circles around me with really, really cheap guns. And I can appreciate that for sure. But I think, my personal opinion is, if you're not real experienced, buy a good gun. Because it'll last you forever. You may find out that you like it. And maybe you want to do this for a living, or maybe you want to do another vehicle, or get another project car, or you never know, it might be a good side hustle. I have people constantly coming to me every day asking me if I want to paint something for them. Now, do they want to pay body shop prices? No, but that's okay, because I'm not doing this for money. I always tell them, hey, just buy the materials. You come over and help me get it ready. I'll teach you something, and we'll spray it together. Now, eventually, 20 cars down the road, I might change my tune a little bit. For right now, I'm having a lot of fun doing this, and if somebody wants to bring me their car and they want to come and they want to learn something and they want to help me get it ready, because I'll be real honest with you, I absolutely hate doing body work. I can do it, I can weld things up, I can straighten things. I've got about every tool that a body shop has. I've even got a frame puller. I've got everything, so I can do it. I've welded quarters in, I've done all that stuff before. I don't like taping. I just like to spray. I know that sounds silly and selfish, kind of. I would like to be the guy that just shows up, walks in the booth, paints it, drops his gun, and heads home, That'd be a lot of fun if the world was perfect, right? So, but I always tell people that if they want to do it, I've never had anybody take me up on it yet, but I say, you come over, you help me sand it, you help me prep it, you buy the materials, and I'll teach you something and teach you how to paint. So anyways, I'm getting ready to clear this. Enough talking. I want to get in. I got everything mixed up already. I mixed up 4 of the 850 milliliter, the big 3M PPS cups. Let's see if that's enough. I doubt it's enough. I might have to mix up another one, but I'm using the Nason Select Clear on this. It's something I bought a long time ago and decided to go ahead and use it, so I'm going to burn through that. Step on their hose like I do. I step on my hose all the time. Drives me nuts.
like that. Yeah, boy. I'm very happy with that. That's what happens when you get greedy. See if I can't get it off there. I got these little acupuncture needles. We'll use them for cleaning 3D printer nozzles. But they work really good for getting stuff like this out. Come on now. Yeah, that made it worse. I don't have my glasses on. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, come on now. Maybe a piece of tape. Let's see if I can do some of that. Probably not, but what I'll do is I'll hit that with a bunch of clear and I'll have to stand that. I'll load it up on the next coat. Alright. That is exactly why you need to tape your cups up, and I did not do that. That was my fault completely. A little piece of black paint, I think that's what it was black paint, flaked off on it. Oh well, it happens. rough out there. Just couldn't leave it in there. I just couldn't leave it in there. I didn't carry it. It's looking pretty good though. I'm going to try to wash the panel on this next coat because I can't stand dry spots. And dry spots is when you overlap and it lands in the other coat. So I'm going to try washing the side. I've never done that. A lot of new things for me to try, I guess. Hey, I'm not going to complain. It doesn't look bad. I don't really see any garbage in it except for that piece that fell in there, and that's my fault completely. So it takes us up to 670. I mean, it's a gas, it's not perfect.
Unfortunately, that's what this video ends. We were working until about 4 a.m. that night, and we had an early flight the next morning. So we remember being on the front line. My opinion of that wasn't as important as making sure that I was
I can't wait to try the choke clear from Auto Paint HQ.
this was nice, and it's the question. We're going to do got to evaluate it before. If you want to drop a like, comment, or maybe subscribe. It means a lot to me, and it helps out the channel a lot. Until next time, peace.
I'm going to put a new strainer on it. I'm probably not going to buff this out just because it's my truck, and hopefully it'll look good enough to where I won't need to. You know, you got to keep in mind the booth shows everything, so if there is any imperfections or whatever, you'll see them. But it's looking pretty good.
Okay, I got the first coat of clear on. It's definitely ready for the next coat. So I'm gonna get going here and see if I can make this look like glass. That one spot, I'm just gonna pour the coals to it, bury it a little bit, and I'll have to come back in and sand it and buff it. But everything looks pretty good. A little dry up in here. You know, this over here looks like glass. So a lot of times, you know, when you come around a corner, you get that overspray that lands in it. So I'm gonna make it pretty wet. I'm gonna try to walk this panel.
Tell you what, this is not easy walking this panel like this. I don't think I'm going to do it. It's not my forte. pretty good. Straight glass. Got that factory peel look to it. Just kind of what I was going for. Everything back here looks good.
I know I'm gonna regret not jamming this thing out. I've never repainted a vehicle completely without doing the door jams. I always do under the hood, in the trunk, everything. I know I'm probably gonna kick myself, but I only got so many hours in the day. I mean, it's midnight right now on a Sunday night. My week starts all over tomorrow, so I think we'll call this good though. That spot that I had over here, I'll show you, it's right there. You can definitely see it. Hopefully it looks like I might have scratched it into the base. That might just be something that I point out to people, you know, hey, or, you know, I can always sand it and fix it. I can blend it in. I got paint. I probably will do that, honestly. I can probably fix that with just a little airbrush almost and buff it out. So yeah, I think it looks good. I'm happy. All right. Shut the fan off so I can hear. So anyways, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I'm gonna make this my first YouTube video, so if you guys would like and subscribe. I don't even know who will see this. I don't even know how the algorithm works, how to even get it out there. I might tag some people that I already know that have channels, maybe share it with some groups on Facebook, Cayenne groups, things like that. But it's gonna be a beast. Like I said, it's got 33-inch tires on it. They're pretty cool. They're bronze. I think they'll look good with this color. Give a shout out to Auto Paint HQ. You know, just to be clear here, I bought the materials for this. So I can't say enough about their base coats. I can't wait to try their clears. And of course their sealers and stuff. I'm gonna be getting some of that here in the next week possibly. So anyways, like and subscribe if you could. And we'll see you on the next one. I've got a bunch of projects coming up, so I'll give you a peek here in a second. All right, so this is gonna be some of my projects. I've got that Mercedes. I actually bought that Mercedes for a rally we were gonna do last year. Ended up having to put another engine in it, and I ended up taking a BMW and E21 that we built. It's a pretty cool car. That's a 64 BMW 1800. That one's gonna be lapis blue, which is like a dark, almost black blue. This one here, this is 2002. I actually got the fenders off. I'm doing some repair on them right now. This is gonna be a really cool car. It's a 76. I'm gonna get rid of the bumpers, put Euro bumpers on it. I'm gonna stick with the silver. I really like it. The interior and stuff is in really good shape. Seats don't really have any rips in them. They're just a little bit faded. That's the actual hood for the Cayenne I'm working on. This is a 190E that I painted last year. If you see, there's a hood and a bunch of parts laying around. That's for a G-Wagon. It's a 2004 that I bought all 2023 upgrade kits, but this is the one I'm really looking forward to doing. That is a Koenig wide body. I've got it ready to go. I'm gonna paint it, but I'm probably gonna do the motor swap first. I bought an 03 S500 with the M113 engine. I'm gonna put that in there just to give it a little bit. These things are dogs, man. That thing's, I think it was like 170 horsepower from the factory. So that car actually belonged to Bruce Dickinson, the lead singer of Iron Maiden. That's what I was told by the guy that bought it. I do have the travel tickets that go back and forth from the UK to the United States. The car's been shipped back and forth like 13 or 14 times. I was told that the last time it shipped over that Bruce gave it to his sound engineer as a gift back in 2000, 2001. And he kept it for many years, and then he ended up selling it. It had a little bit of fiberglass cracks. It is an original Koenig It's got a really, really cool interior package. It's all Recaro. It's 3-color. Interior's in perfect shape. The car really is in great shape. So that one's coming up. I've got an MGB GT, which is actually sitting underneath this, all these parts. That one there, I had to do a bunch of sheet metal work. This was all rotted out. I completely cut all that out and replaced all that. So this one's going to be, I'm hoping in the spring I'll get it ready for the booth. But I've got 2 G-Wagons to build. This car, I've got a 67 split window Volkswagen bus that I'm building for my wife. That's going to be my winter project. And yeah, so just stay tuned. We got some cool things coming up. All right, let's get into the booth and see how we did. A couple of the projects I worked on. This was that BMW I did that rally in. It was a lot of fun. Next day, here we have it. Now all this is going to be turned into black, and then all this down here, from here down, is going to be repainted black. So I figured it'd be much easier just to mask it off with plastic, mask the rest of the vehicle off, and paint those. So I think it looked pretty good. Got to clean everything up, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. This doesn't look like it's dyed back. There's that spot that I messed with to try to get that bug out. I really hammered the clear on it. There's quite a bit of material to work with there, so I'm gonna hit that with some 1500 and get it all smoothed out, and then I'll end up buffing it. So that's really the only spot that I see that I really need to buff. Looks to me like everything else flowed out nice and laid out really flat. Don't see any runs or any sags anywhere. All in all, I think it turned out pretty good. It looks so much better once everything gets blacked out and gets put back together, obviously. The handles, I think I'm gonna do the handles in the same color as the car. I think that's what they do the newer ones in, so I want it to look like that. I don't really want to do black, and I could do black, but and who knows, maybe I'll do one. I've got I got a parts car, maybe I'll peel one of them off, paint it black, and get it put on, and then do like a comparison to see if I like it or not. So yeah, I think it turned out really good. It's got that, just that little bit of factory peel in it, which is really what I wanted, because when I did the bumper covers, they turned out that way. But yeah, looks great.